Hello everyone, I'm here to touch base with you about the GOP. Um, as you've probably seen lately, there's been a lot of articles published about the GOP and how they're saying the party will never work and they will never learn. So I'm just kind of here to, just give an overview of that today, just kind of, briefly touch base on that. So from what I've seen over the last 10 years, I think there are a lot of people who are certainly sick of bipartisanship. They'd like to formulate their own party. But there's an issue with trying to formulate your own party. Not just the fact that bipartisanship has been around since the beginning of time, but also the fact that the American people are very uneducated. They don't really understand how the system works, especially when they're being fed distorted slander all the time from both sides, especially from our media as well. The media does leave a lot of stuff out, and I really wish wholeheartedly that there was a place that the brothers and sisters of liberty could meet, and we could formulate our own logical decisions to try to make things work. But trying to fix things with the GOP, it certainly has its risks. We have seen that, as we saw last year in the GOP when they, decided to change the rules, and denied Ron Paul his delegates from his fifth and final state that would have given him the opportunity to be voted on. So obviously that was an issue there, and just goes to show you that the central banks, they're the ones who are pulling the strings in this country. They have all the control. The money is the power. This, however, does not mean it is impossible to try to fix things. I honestly think there is a way to handle this in a civil manner. There's just too many arrogant individuals involved in and around politics, to try to carry out something like this. If we could all agree on one thing, though, I'm sure we could all agree that we'd love to bring back the empowerment of the beloved Constitution, and of course, persevering smaller government in this country. With me being 29 years old, 30 this Saturday, I still have a whole lot of life left. I still got a long ways to go, and I have no guarantees for me coming down the line. I'm going to be paying off student debt for the next 10 years. And I don't know where I'm going to be 10 years from now. I don't even know where I'm going to be 2 years from now. So, this gives me a very uneasy feeling, and it sends me into what some would call panic. And I think that's what the people who are leaving the GOP behind would like. They would like to see gratification. It's all about immediate gratification now. We want answers, and we want them now. So that's the attitude of this country in the present day, and if we don't get the answers we demand to the questions that we ask, we abandon ship. And you can correlate this same exact thing with marriages. When a man or woman feels as if their relationship has failed, they become, impetuous and move on, instead of sticking around and trying to preserve the love that they once had for each other. So, in closing, I wish we could all stop nitpicking at certain individual topics and just apply our full exhaustion on an entity we could all be in unison on. And this may seem like a complete delusion to some of you, but to me it's certainly plausible. And I feel like if we continue down the same path, all of us will still be running around with the turkeys in 3 years, instead of soaring with the eagles like we potentially could be. So that's it. That's just that's my view. That's my opinion on the GOP, and how I feel like a lot of people have been kind of butting heads, even though they're from the same party, and they all have kind of like the same views. But for some reason, they can't just pick one topic and stay on that topic. Make that the primary focus, and find a way to agree to make things, work out. So hopefully things, improve from here on out, and we'll see. It's gonna be a pretty crazy next 3 years. So Well, I thank you very much for watching this, and make sure you subscribe and leave the comments below. And I'll see you around. See you on Facebook.